eso no prospera. Ese culo pone a las demás inseguras. Ella a mí me desconfigura. Mezcla lo sensual, la calle y la finura. Cuando quiere no disimula. El papá a la calle se bebe y se fuma. Quiere un tipo que la presuma. Churri heavy, güey, el jacuzzi con espuma. Chingando, escuchando a Peso Pluma. Esa falda chiquitita, ay qué bonita te queda. Yo la veía de los días, pero cuando se pueda. Y de la uni, yo la saco hasta donde se pueda. Y las demás que sigan envidiando, por eso no prospera.
Oh, ah, diabla mami, oh, naciste pa' mí, oh, bebé te noté que no eres de aquí. Oh, ah, diablo mami, oh, naciste pa' mí, oh, si esto fuera un draft, tú fueras first pick. Yo no sé si encontrarte, fue cuestión de suerte. Adivina tu acento, ven en mi punto fuerte. Pero sé de donde sea, mami, quiero tenerte en la cama del otro gritando real hasta las reales ganas cuando baila. Sé que de todo me distraía, baby, solo avisa cuando salga, mami, para hacer de cosas que yo sé que te gustan mientras esperamos que el sol caiga. Ese cuerpito de bikini como Tini, y ella lo luce en bikini en la playa en su corillo mientras Pedra y Martini. Los pibes siendo Willy, pero ella dentro de la mini titerita de barrio escuchan en Manuel y en Chimi, mami. Ojalá te quede a dormir acá. Quiero aprenderme tu nombre, pero no me dices nada. Yo no sé cuándo viniste, tampoco cuando te vas. Yo siempre ando por la isla por si me quiere encontrar.
Oh, ah, diablo mami, oh, naciste pa' mí, oh, te mudaste pa' acá o viniste de trip.
Oh, ah, diablo mami, oh, naciste pa' mí, oh, si esto fuera un drag, tú fueras first pick.
Porque le digo que no, eso a Dios duele, pero duele. Que mientras yo me enredo en otras pieles, ojalá que otro me la consuele. Eso a Dios duele, pero duele. Que mientras yo me enredo en otras pieles, ojalá que otro me la consuele. No me voy a olvidar la llamada cuando me hablaste para terminar conmigo.
Yo, yo, yo. We're live, we're live, we're live. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We're live, we're live. London session, loading. And we're going to look at gold for a little bit. Talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Oh yeah, I gotta let this advertisement go. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me good. All right. 1 minute. Yeah, gold steadies, surging, Fed independence. Gold had some surging movement over worries of Fed independence. There's been a lot of news. Worries over the Federal Reserve's independence after Trump administration threatened Jerome Powell with a criminal indictment. This was a, where is it? This here? Maybe a lot of people thought this was AI. There's a video. Talked about this a little bit earlier on the Inner Circle stream. For the first time in history, a sitting federal chairman has accused the president of pressuring him to cut interest rates for political reason. This is a history book moment because the Federal Reserve is supposed to work independently. So that's why you got some articles like this about gold surging on worries over Fed independence. What's actually happening? Federal prosecutors sent subpoenas linked to the Fed's headquarters renovation project. This is when anyone remember the building? When they went to the building, there's some funny memes when they did construction on the building. Powell went public. Said it's not about the building. This is about forcing rate cuts. So this is why the markets reacted immediately. Gold pumped. Strength of the US dollar does not only come from the economy, it comes from trust in the system. This is a big thread here, but yeah, gold surging. This is one reason why people are saying price went up. We also had last weekend, the news last weekend, USA, Venezuela. Tax on Fed helped propel gold to successive record highs last year, along with heightened trade and geopolitical risks and central bank buying. All the reasons we've talked about, all those reasons, central banks on these streams, with Trump seizing Venezuela's leader, threatening to take Greenland, and renewing his campaign against Powell's. Precious metals are carrying that momentum through 2026. That prompted. This is Bloomberg. I have Bloomberg. I got an account. That's what I bought on Black Friday. I bought this for the year. It was like 70% off, I think, for the year. I think it was like $300. I think it's like $700 a year, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Citigroup Incorporated forecasts that gold will reach $5,000 an ounce and silver will get to $100 an ounce in the next 3 months. The white metal has outperformed gold thanks to historic short squeeze, U.S. tariff fears, and rising industrial use. Silver gets used more a lot than gold industry-wise. Solar panels, electronics stuff. Through borrowing costs of metals, we expect the bull run to stay intact in the near term amid heightened geopolitical risk, ongoing physical market shortages, and renewed uncertainty on Fed independence. That's where we stand with that. So, okay, and not Citigroup. No, they're not the only one that is saying gold will reach $5,000 an ounce by mid 2026. Assuming me to shift precious metals margin settings as prices swing. What else? Asian share records, gold valuation slips, markets wrap. Yeah, we've seen that. Let's check out chat. It's definitely an interesting year. We're already starting off here, to say the least. You could go on YouTube, whatever, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, and probably and find that speech. So that's happening. That's one reason why gold going up. You can even see here. There's a lot of talk about Powell, DOJ subpoenas. Gold and silver stormed their records as Fed hit with DOJ subpoenas. The yellow metal spiked above 46,000 ounces. Silver surpassed 86 after Jerome Powell said potential indictment comes amid threats of ongoing pressure by the administration to influence interest rate decisions. The Fed's supposed to be independent. They're not supposed to have pressure or orders. They're not supposed to be ordered to do anything in terms of policy, rates, inflation, this and that. Yeah, so we know, we've seen back in summer and before summer how Trump was, what was his nickname for Jerome Powell? Too slow Jerome or something like that. Trump's been, anyone remembers this? There was funny memes about this. This guy's probably stressed out. This guy Jerome Powell, he's probably all stressed out. Look at him. He's probably like, fuck this shit. He's like, fuck this shit, get me out of here. Look at his face. So definitely a kickstart to the year. You want to pay close attention. I'll show you why. Like the types of results you can get when you're paying close attention to gold. I'll drop it in. I'll show you guys a little flip so far this week. In 2025, so I'll tell you guys, in 2025, there were many days that made my weeks. So maybe for some of you guys, you might have weeks that make your months in 2026. For instance, like, this isn't a crazy result for me, but this is probably something you guys are looking for to be able to do consistently right here. You guys are probably, whatever the starting deposit is, and if you pay real close attention to gold, this is why I pay real close attention to it. I'm on it consistently, but I'm not always forcing myself to trade it. I'm on it a lot, but there could be days where because I'm on it, I can make my week, or a week where I can make a good month in a way. Like, I don't need Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to have a profitable week. I need a good condition, a good market, a good structure, a good setup, maybe even a good news, a good headline, maybe a good headline as well, a good headline out there that throws in there with the sentiment. It could be a crazy drop, maybe a crazy drop on price or a crazy pump. There was some sells at 4,600, prices pulling back. It could be vice versa, maybe a crazy drop, a crazy rise in price where you're selling a certain structure. I pay real close attention to gold. This is one account this week so far. Put 1,700 in right before the market opened. It was like an hour before the market opened, and I was depositing in my account because I try to withdraw every week. So after like today, if I find a setup today, I'm probably going to try to withdraw this account. See if I can get it. Maybe withdraw. I'll probably withdraw some of it and then leave like a little bit in and start over. With gold, like, we pay close attention to gold because we don't need to trade every day or put our risk every day. If we're on the market consistently, days like this could come around. Setups, weeks where if you're on it effectively, you can perform well in that 1-2 days, those couple days to make your week. Like, I'm not calling it a week here. I can make more money. But at a point, if I'm consistent at doing this, and usually I overdo it when I try to trade every day in the week. Usually it's like, because it could have been more. It could have been more than this. Had I deposited more, it could have been more than this with the account size already. But like, if I deposited more, this is the type of result I try to look for. But I might do it in a couple days, right? This was since market opened, right? Usually I find when I overdo it, like, is when I try to trade every day. Like, I know, okay, like, all I need is one more good setup, and I could probably get this to $8,000 profit, 7,000 something, 8,000, that range, probably like 7,500, 8,000 range. All I need is one more good setup. And it still like fits kind of my goal line of trying to get to like $10,000, $20,000 weeks on average, right? Like I had a $10,000, it was 12,000. I had a $12,000 day last week. However, what I've noticed is with the skill set, because trading's a skill, right? Trading's a skill. You get good at it, you can get better. When your skill improves, you can aim for results like this, right? And it doesn't take like a month to achieve this. It could literally take 2 trade setups a day of the right movement, the right market. Like obviously if, gold, I was on it when market opened and I was just catching buys. At a point when I think you're confident in your trading, gold's pulling back. I'm not in any trades right now. I'm chilling right now. I think I'm going to wait for New York session today. So my plan today is probably to wait for New York session. It looks like a head and shoulders is forming. So if it breaks this support, there's a bit of support here right now on gold. There was a wick here. Last 4-hour candle wicked and this one pulled up a bit. Now we're pulling back to test this low. Test this area down here that you can see I have marked. If it breaks that area, we're probably going down more. Breaks that area, we're probably going to like try to go down more a bit. I think I'm going to wait for New York session to see where gold's at today. I think that's my plan. I'll watch this area. Like the market does look like it's going to come back to test this area. I'll keep an eye on the 4-hour candle, like how it reacts in that area. You can see right now the 4-hour candle is bearish. So I'm going to be watching like the 4-hour candlestick, how it structures itself in here. Like, does it come down, wick down, but then reject and flip bullish? Or does it just come down bearish and maybe the next candlestick forms rejection? I'm going to be watching the 4-hour in this area and try to just see if the candle flips, if the 4-hour can look good. Right now the 4-hour is bearish. I'm not really chasing price. Might have to wait for New York to see if this area does hold. I'm not going to chase it, but this is one area. I'm going to keep an eye on gold for sure today. Looks like we're starting a pullback. If that area doesn't hold, you could expect it to probably come down way down here. Like there's some price levels we might see get retested. Like this is I would call this like a minor support. Like more like an intermediate, maybe like a minor support level. It's much higher up. I call this like a minor support level, like maybe like an intermediate, not like a major zone. Down here, like at 4,500, around 45, let's say like around 4,500, maybe like 4,520, around there, that would be like a major area. Maybe a bit lower, we could go like here. I would say back here would be more of like a major area. Back down here. Because we're high up. The reason I say it's like a minor support is because like we can't really even see it that much. It doesn't have that much structure. It's visible. If you can see the candles like here. 4-hour, that 4-hour candle right there. So it's kind of like a minor support that, shallow and deep. You have like terms in trading that's like shallow. Shallow is a term, and then like deep retracements, shallow retracements. So it's a higher up zone. It's more shallow for where the market is. The major zone, there's more support there. That's where we broke out above $4,500. $4,500 price. $4,500. That's definitely a key price to be above. Like it's very psychological. $4,500, $500. $4,500, very psychological price to be above. If we come back to that, very interesting. Like if we come back to it this month, this week, so that's like a major level. Way back at like 4,500, we broke out of there. I would say another major level could be like 4,550. So you pretty much have like 3 zones with gold. So it's like the minor one. Like I would probably, since price is high up, if you're looking for buys up here in this area, I'd probably be like a light risk or just wait for, like, I'm gonna wait for 4 hour. Like, I'm just gonna watch the 4 hour here and see if the 4 hour looks good. Like wait for like a good 4 hour confirmation. You basically have like 3 areas where you could pull back and maybe find support to make a next leg up or possible continuations. I'm sticking with trend. Like that's what I've been doing since like the end of November. If anybody's been following since end of November, and if you're in the inner circle, like all the signals probably like they're all buys. Yeah, who am I kidding? Every signal I sent since end of November, all the way till December, like end of December, was just buys, right? We were just always looking for buys. Like I've just been following the trend, right? Like here's end of November, looking for buys on gold. End of November, November 28th, 4200, 4204. Like we've just been looking for buys, literally, like just trying to follow trends, stick with that momentum. So only been looking for buys, only been trying to follow the trend and stick with the momentum, stick with the demand. You get a lot of articles, a lot of things that keep popping up, like that. What did it say? Renewed uncertainty. Remember that last article, that first article that I was reading, how it was saying renewed uncertainty. So just like more, there's already uncertainty. So when these types of headlines and these types of things hit the market, I think that's a really good term. Wherever it said here, somewhere it said renewed uncertainty in the market. And we keep getting that with these different headlines. Like last weekend, you literally had like Venezuela, situation, and now there's more tariff news. Like we have breaking tariff news. And you got headlines like this. So at the beginning of the year, on my YouTube channel, maybe not the beginning of the year, I made a video and I said 2025 is going to be built different. There's a video that I made and it was like 2025 is going to be built different. I think it was this one, trading gold in 2025. Even at the beginning of 2025 last year, I said, and in this video, I said if you're trading the market like it's 2024, 2023, 2022, you're like far behind. Because we're gonna constantly have headlines. There's obviously your forex news, super important. Your data, all these news, these high impact news events that come out, super important to the market, right? But you're gonna have headlines. You're gonna have headlines. You're gonna have real world events, things that happen. This whole thing with Jerome Powell, the current administration, independence of the Fed, tariffs, wars, conflicts. And then you have headlines. You have this guy who's always, doing this. Oh yeah, that's when he promised. I guess when did I promise that? You have tariffs now. Like there's tariffs going against Iran. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like it was today. It was like tariffs for Iran as well. Any country that kind of does like something deals with them. Brace yourself. It's definitely going to be an interesting year. 2025 was already an interesting year. But yeah, I said in that video because of this. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. In this video, I talk about like, yo, like there's gonna be volatility. So there's been increasing volatility ever since COVID. So it's gonna be like trading is gonna be different in a way. Like if you're trading how you used to trading, like the talk about that video was like, if you're trading how you're used to trading, like you've been trading, you got to adapt, you got to change, you got to adapt because there's volatility. With volatility, the point I'm getting to is this. With volatility, volatility is a double-edged sword, obviously, in a way. But with volatility, with more volatility, right, you can have a lot of opportunity inside of there, right? With this volatility, there could be a lot of opportunity. So the point I'm getting to is not to always chase the volatility. Less can be more. It's like more days, more active trading days doesn't always have to lead to more profit. It's like when the opportunity's there, how effective can I be on it? It's kind of that's my mindset. So yeah, like 4 hours dumping. So there's no chasing the market right now. It looks like we have like a head and shoulders on the 1 hour here. And it might try to take this low out and retest, go down. So just waiting for maybe the 4 hour to set up. That might be New York session. New York session's been nice for buys lately. I think like the last 6 days. Looks like a head and shoulders. Might try to break down. If this area doesn't hold, then yeah, it'll end up breaking down most likely. If this area doesn't hold, you're probably gonna get another like breakdown. So right now it's pretty much just testing this area. I'm in no trades, but 4 hours at a minor support. There is a minor support in this candlestick right here. This candlestick right here. Minor support in that area. So a 4 hour gives like a solid rejection. Later on, this could be an area maybe where longs get presented. So just going to be monitoring this area for London session. Maybe later today, I'm thinking New York session is where we get some movement. New York sessions might be if the market's trending, I'll show you guys something. Back in like August, end of August, I showed this earlier, but some of you guys might have not seen. So gold really started moving at like the end of August. It made it like a bottom in July and August. And when it's trending, a lot of times like the market will have this behavior. If you go back to like August, you could study it on your charts. I'm showing you guys right now. There was a lot of New York sessions that were just bullish each day. So you could see this was August 22nd. So look at the New York sessions. You could see pretty much like every New York session was bullish, some more, some less. So there was some repetition there, right? With the way price was moving and time of the day, like when the buys were really coming in. Pretty much it was like we started to catch on to that. So the crazy thing is, and I have streams of me talking about it as it was starting to develop, because it kept going over time. A lot of New York sessions were pretty bullish. Like you could see here, very bullish. That was the first one. And then some were more and less. Like that was obviously the first one. This not so much. And then you can see a lot of New York sessions were just giving good entries, good times to buy. I'm not saying like they were all swing trades that you had to hold, like just good times for buys if we were looking for buys in the day. You could see the New York buying before New York. You're basically getting like a retest. Like structure's bullish at that point. Again, like a retest too. So a lot of days were pretty much just carrying on like same momentum. New York session buys, New York, you know, looking for New York bullish. Can New York be bullish? We started to catch on to that. Mind you, this thing went up a lot. Like like there's a lot more to this. It keeps going up, right? So the more you go higher and higher and higher up, the more you're going to keep seeing like New York sessions that were bullish a lot of times. So even like right now, when I have an idea of something, it could always come later. It could, like the entry could arrive later. Like I could jump on the charts right now and have kind of an idea of something, right? I like to build something like that, like keep an idea of it in my mind. But a lot of New York sessions, even maybe some a little bit before, were carrying on bullish, and then some London sessions, New York sessions combined. That whole uptrend. And anytime it really broke out, there was a lot of times. And like you look at the last, so the reason I'm saying this is because if you're really looking for buys, like right now, gold is dropping. wait even till New York, like see where price is. Like one thing I'm gonna watch is the 4 hour, not chasing price, not just jumping into the market, right? If I did that, the trade would not go well right now. So I'm just watching this area, seeing how the 4 hour can behave. I like to watch candlestick behavior, seeing if it closes bullish, how it behaves. Not jumping into anything here, but just definitely going to be watching this area. Next plan for me, so it's that, watching the 4 hour in this area. Like that could be still time, guys. Like that could be later till New York session maybe. This candle has 28 minutes left on it, 21 minutes left. So it's probably not this candle that's going to reject. Maybe the next one or the next two. So the next 4 to 8 hours. Otherwise, maybe chilling and waiting for, again, that could be New York session too, right? If price doesn't hold this area, I'll wait for New York and see where price is at. Yeah, New York session, like last week, like pretty much all you had to do was buy New York session last week. And yesterday. Like every day, New York gave pretty much a setup, like different setups, movement bullish. Like Monday last week, before New York session, price was already dropping. 8:30, it immediately reversed. It came very close to 4,400 there. Like I think, or wait, it did. Yeah, we were looking. I literally sent a signal there. Jeez, I sent a signal at 44.10, 44.05. Jeez, I just forgot about that. I literally sent a buy. I sent a buy here. New York bullish. Monday, I sent a buy. I literally sent a buy setup to everyone there. I held it longer. That was where the 4 hour was setting up. You could see the next day, Tuesday, New York bullish. Wednesday, I had a huge movement. There was like a reversal. Maybe that would have probably been a bit of a harder trade to catch because the market wicked down. Thursday and Friday, extremely bullish. Thursday, reversed, bullish. Friday as well. Friday, very bullish. Yesterday, bullish and bearish. Like it kind of went back up and down. So at times when I'm looking for buys, like there are time when I know like the market's in like an uptrend or it has like buyers momentum, like I'll wait as much as I can till a good time. Like New York, I'm noticing with last week was a key time to be looking for buys, regardless of whenever you were looking for buys. That would have been a good time. Same with yesterday. So yeah, no, don't chase price if you're looking for buys. Wait for the 4 hour to show clean reaction in this area. If the 4 hour doesn't show like a significant clean reaction, just wait for the next setup to evolve. Because yeah, gold could come down all the way to 4,500, which seems far, but gold's price moves fast. Like 4,500, we know at least even 4,550, which is like the all-time high. We're above the previous all-time high. If we dump down, like if you're really looking for buys, like this is the time where it's like even we want to wait for that dump on price, like really price to drop because it is high. I'm not just jumping in any trades here. I'm not in anything. If I was, I'd let you guys know. That if I was, there'd probably be a signal. Like if I was, there would probably be a signal by now, and we'd probably be in a drawdown. See, like there's no trade right now. If there was, there'd probably be a signal out already. So no, I'm not in any trade, just waiting. Like obviously gonna watch the area, like I said, but not just gonna jump in anything. It's almost London session, so there's, like I said, minor support here, right here. This candle, you have some support there, but it's like a minor support. I'd say, like I said again, major support would be 4,500 or around the previous all-time high that we broke above. We got banged. Like if you go watch a video I posted, I think about 3 weeks ago. It's about 3 weeks ago now. About gold. Where is it? 2026 gold predictions. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it. Check out all the videos. I've been posting a couple new videos. Don't have that many views. There's these videos right here. There's a lot of value in them. This trade breakdown, like these trade breakdowns that have no editing, they're all signals that I send to you guys. 90% of these trade breakdowns, and I got 4 more uploading in the next like week or two. All these trade breakdowns that I post, and I got a couple more coming, you're going to see me post, are all signals that I send to you guys, especially if you're in the inner circle. They're all step by step me talking about the trades that I break down, but again, all of them are signals that I actually send. So those trades that you see me breaking down and posting, they're usually signals. So it's not me just posting about a trade that I took in hindsight. It's usually a trade that I sent to hundreds, if not thousands of people in real time. So all those videos, there's a lot of value behind those videos. They're real trades that I'm sending to hundreds and hundreds of people in real time. And some of them are more profit, some of them are less. You go watch this video, 2026 gold predictions. And we just read something about gold predictions right here. Citigroup forecasts that gold will reach 5,000 an ounce, and silver in the next 3 months. Gold investors stay bullish after a record rally in 2025. Yeah, a lot of people are saying gold's going to go up in 2026 and pretty much pull off a repeat for the same reasons it went up in 2025. Like all the reasons gold went up in 2025, most are saying will go up again in 2026 for the same reasons, right? We continue to expect gold to rally in 2026 as the drivers of its strong run remain intact. So it's like the same things remain intact, the same reasons, the same drivers of what it's already done. They still remain intact as potential reasons for it to just keep continuing on in a trend. So if you see, so like I know gold very well, like I've been trading for over 10 years. If you get drops like this, even, you get, last week we had an alright drop. Last week we had this drop. And then there was this drop. You get these bigger drops. I wouldn't say those are, like, drops like that are not going to determine that the trend's over. When you get drops like that, you have to, calm down. Don't get too crazy. Don't get too emotional, whether that's excited or fearful. Because every time prices drop like that, I've said the same thing. Like, I don't think it determines that we're shifting a trend. So even if this switches into a big drop, stay calm. Poise yourself. Zoom out. Because it could just rally itself back up. Anytime we've seen these big drops on gold, it's always just really turned into a shift back up. Beginning of last year. So let's go to 2025. Gold started off 2025, very, very strong. And it went up all the way until April. The whole entire month of January, all the way till February, March, was very, very bullish. You could see price in the beginning of 2025 was at $2,600. And immediately it went up, and it pulled back, and there were bigger moves up, and there were pullbacks. So in the beginning of 2025, it rallied. Obviously, we've been in this rally. So like all these pullbacks, a lot of times the market would pull back. And if you go back to the streams that we did there, you'll see me analyzing this. If you go back to those live streams back a year ago, you go back a year ago to those streams, you'll see me breaking down these pullbacks a year ago, literally like back in January. You go back to these streams and you watch any of those, I'm breaking down all of these, and we're trading these. We're literally looking for buys on all these pullbacks. Last January, like look how many pullbacks last January had. Look how many pullbacks there were. Now these aren't all of them. There's smaller ones we could probably find going on like the hourly. There's some smaller ones inside these trends, like the inner moves. There's some smaller pullbacks on smaller time frames, but this was January last year to give you a perspective. Look how many pullbacks there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pullbacks pretty much. And beyond that, you can see there was a lot of pullbacks. Every pullback just got bought up aggressively. So that's the thing, like gold could be in a state where pullbacks are meant for aggressive buying. Like pullbacks are probably going to be bought in aggressively. And I don't mean by people like me and you necessarily either. So whatever time frame that is, like it can be hard to gauge that. You're going to see any types of pullbacks probably be bought up in the short term. Whether it's even just like smaller time frame, like a 15-minute chart, you'll probably see pullbacks get bought up. You'll probably see pullbacks get bought up even if a 15-minute does something like this. Whatever time frame it is, the pullback will like pretty much get bought up. Like we've seen like a few really big drops on gold the last couple months. Like a few bigger dips, maybe bigger crashes, bigger corrections, right? They've all gotten bought up. So if there's a trend here that's going to stay intact, like you want to focus on those pullbacks and not get too scared of them. They can get scary. I'll use that word for you guys because I'm not scared of them. They can get, like the pullback can turn into a bigger pullback. But the market could be in a state, I just want you guys to know, the market could be in a state where that's like the approach you want to go in. You don't want to overthink too much in a market that could be just in a simple uptrend. You don't want to overthink too much. It's okay, like pullbacks are meant for buying. If I can find good dips. We trade gold. We trade gold, Danny boy. My guy Danny Boy 25, Mr. Danny Boy. Shout out Mr. Danny Boy. All right, everybody shout out Mr. Danny Boy real quick. So yeah, we only trade gold. Like links to everything's in the description. Like I've been sending some signals in the public chat. Some of you guys are in the VIP chat. We just focus on gold here and crypto, but crypto I just hold. Like I don't trade crypto. What's Bitcoin at? 90, 92? 90,000 is holding. That whole number, like 90K. I could teach you guys how to trade crypto. Like I'll just have to take some time to do it. 90,000's been holding on Bitcoin. I mean, when I traded crypto, I'd use whole numbers like I do with gold. I'd a lot of times use whole numbers to find like good entry points. Crypto respects like the whole numbers, Bitcoin, Ethereum, 92,000. Oh yeah, 90K's been holding. There's been a good support at 90K. $90,000 flat. So crypto, if I trade it, whenever I traded it, it'd be like using price. Same way I trade gold, like looking for like key price levels. A lot of support was at 85,000. Let me see the screen. Yeah, we only trade gold. Literally been ripping up gold. Caught a good buy on gold yesterday morning. Made some good money. There was a good trade on gold we caught. This was a smashing trade. Some of you guys were in that trade. Hold numbers. One day I'll have to do a lesson on it. On crypto. Hold numbers, crypto. I could do a good crypto lesson. Let's see. Xauusd. Xauusd has a 4-hour candle. Bullish. What we got here? Look at gold. Xauusd looks different. Obviously, like forex.com and Xauusd difference. There is a difference between the candlesticks on forex.com and Xauusd. Let me show you, for example. Forex.com's on the right. So like which one to trade? Honestly, if I'll look at both. Like obviously forex.com is pulling back. It looks bearish. Xauusd, when I look at Xauusd, it's like, okay, there is rejection here on the 4-hour. Right? Xauusd's candle has that 3 hours left, so it just tapped 75. We just tapped that quarter level. We just tapped 75. We just tapped that 75. $45.75 got tapped. You can see forex.com, completely different candle. But it's still like forex.com's in that support I was talking about, that minor support. Xauusd has a rejection candle on the 4-hour. It's not the cleanest rejection candle. It's a small one. This is sometimes it gets tricky with the two. Like I usually look at forex.com. To be honest, that's the one I usually look at. But I'll pay attention to both because honestly, like sometimes, like in an instance like this, Xauusd is showing rejection. So if I see rejection on one of them, and depending on the candle, I'll say, okay, this candle has 3 hours left. So if I'm gonna trade based off of the Xauusd rejection, it's like I understand it should move in the next 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours, because that candle has 3 hours. If I'm trading based off of like a price rejection concept, I say that because honestly, like it's a normal thing for me to think like that. Because there's times where it's like this is how my broker looks. The one on the left, like my broker looks like the one on the left. That's how my broker looks, is the one on the left, right? That's like Xauusd's price action. So like the candle looks like it's rejecting on the 4-hour here. So it's like if this is gonna go up, it has maybe next 2-3 hours too. I would expect, okay, if I'm gonna take a trade here, maybe it moves in the next 2-3 hours. If not, I'll wait for New York. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Anybody who was on the stream earlier, someone asked a question about like how many trades a day do you look for? It's like, okay, when am I looking for the trade? And it's more about the setup, because this could be setup number 1, and it's in London session. It could be trade setup number 1. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing maybe something in London session. I don't just limit myself to 1 trade a day. I say, okay, do I see a setup? And what time is it happening at? Do I see a trade setup? What time is it happening at? Because like win or lose, let's say I take this trade. Win or lose, it's my London session setup. It's my London session trade. Win or lose. Whatever it is, win or lose. It's like, okay, the entry, the setup's there in London. If it loses, let's say, because this is the part you got to learn. Like you got to learn how to lose. That's what I teach. I teach learning how to lose. Someone put something in the chat, or wait, in the inner circle. What did someone say? Someone said this. Where was it? I saw this earlier. I'll say my biggest takeaways right now are the mindset and gens and how to approach the market after a loss and a win or lose. You see, losing. I teach people how to lose because I've lost so many times in years that I've learned how to overcome it. But you know, everyone's different. It takes time with the emotions, the discipline, patience too. Learn how to lose. I'll teach you how to lose, folks. Learn how to lose. So we had a little discussion about this earlier because someone asked a question earlier. It was about like how many trades per day should I take or something like that. I forget what the exact question was, but I said for me it's like, okay, setups, time of the setups. I might look for one setup in London. Win or lose. Okay, if I lose, it's like, okay, I can wait for New York session for the next setup. That's that. Now, here's the next thing I was talking about earlier today. It's like, how many times am I willing to trade the same setup? Because if it's a really good setup, let's say I'm taking a trade in London session, and it's a really good setup, but I lose or I get in early. And then an hour or 2 hours later, the same setup's still there. I look at the market and it's like, oh, the same trade's still there. So it's like for me, I focus on one setup at a time, at one time. And I'll make sure I don't risk too much in case I'm early on the trade or I get a stop loss hit. I'll make sure I don't risk too much in case I trade the same setup more than once. Now, that doesn't happen all the time, but it can happen. It happened last week. An example of that from last week would be like, where was it? This one right here. I was looking for buys last week. 4 hour. Now, if you bought before this, we were looking for buys before this. So the market actually went down and then it came back up. So this is a scenario where I'll trade the same setup more than once. If it's like manipulation happens, liquidity grab happens, stop loss hunts happen, and the market quickly reclaims or recovers the level. Because you could have something reclaim or recover. Recover, we call it. Recover the level. Reclaim or recover. That's the term I use. So it's like if you get a big liquidity grab, a stop loss hunt, manipulation in the market, these are trigger points. These are trigger things to enter trades. Like a setup like this is where it's like I'm re-entering. Even if I lose. Even if I lost the first attempt, the market still looks good, I'm going to re-enter the same trade. Like I think there's going to be rejection. So there's times I'll re-enter the same setup more than once. I kind of prepare myself for that. If it's a good setup like this, how do I rate this a good setup? Like it's to me it's I see it's like I see what's there. Like I trade everything I see. If I see a setup, I trade it. That's the thing. Am I looking at this like it looks all right. Like it doesn't look so bad. We have rejection here. The one on the right doesn't look ready. Like the time frame, like the one on the right doesn't look ready, but it's in a zone where it maybe could pop, give you like a rebound. It's in an area where it could reject. And even on the left, it's in an area where it could reject. If I have to overthink about a setup, like do I like it? If I have to spend I won't trade it right away. I'll just watch it. I think what's a good setup, maybe something you're looking at without like hesitation. Like you're like, all right, does it look good? Maybe I'll wait a bit longer. Like I'm going to wait this one out a bit longer and see. Because with gold, like remember what I was saying not long ago, there's so much volatility. We got Trump and everything, all these news. 2025, 2026 is built different for trading, especially with the volatility. We got all this volatility. Gold moves a lot naturally, but now we have like all this more volatility to add to it. So your sessions are where you can find the entries for those setups. Let's say right now I see a setup. So I can try to use London for the entry. Like, okay, let's see if London volume respects my setup. Maybe there's another setup you see on the chart. Like, obviously, there's another setup we saw and we marked up. Maybe that happens in New York. It's like one setup at a time, but that setup could play out in different sessions. So it's like I see this trade setup. If I wanted to attempt it, if I was like, I see a good setup here, I see confirmations to enter, reasons to enter. Not yet. Might be loading. There was a bit of rejection there at 75. Looks like we're going to come back down into it. I could attempt the first setup that I see in London. All right. That's kind of the idea, the thinking around like how I approach the market. All right. We have news. That's, yeah, I'm the only child. 2 a.m. That's when volume starts to kick in. So I would say London does technically kind of start now. It's pre-market. This is where volume starts to kick in. You might even, like, not even now, even the last hour. Even like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But yeah, this time is where volume starts to kind of come in, this next hour. 3 a.m. is the general opening time. Yeah, someone said it in the chat. 3 a.m. is real opening hours. We call this pre-market. So like 8 a.m. Like 9:30 is when the U.S. stock market opens up. But you'll notice a lot of times there's some volume even before that with New York session. This is kind of like pre-market, I would call it. It's a good time to be on the charts if you're a London session trader. This is a good time to start scoping things. Or even when I got on. When I got on the stream, like we've been on for an hour. So when I got on is even a good time to start scoping things, scanning. We can call it scanning the market. Seeing where price is, what it did. We might have a buy setting up on gold, TBH. I might send a signal out. I think I'm going to send a signal at 45.50. So I'll drop a signal in the chat. I'm going to drop one in Discord and Telegram. I think I like 40. Like, I'm going to try for London session and see if 45.80 / 45.75 area holds. I'm going to drop a signal in Telegram right now. And let's check out stop loss. Like if we're getting 75, we need like down here, to be honest, at the low for this one. Like with volatility, what's something I've been doing with the volatility? Like a lot of traders could not adapt to. I just dropped a signal in Telegram. I'm gonna drop it in Discord as well. I'm dropping it in the public chat. I'm going to put take profits and everything. I'm just getting it out real quick. I meant to put 65. So watching that area, 45.80, I just dropped a signal. I'm going to put take profit levels very shortly. I just want to get the entry zone out real quick. Maybe we can get some pullbacks like 45.80. We just rejected it. So I want to see like this setup, this buy setup, 45.80, 45.75. If you're in Discord, Telegram, I just sent it out. Let's see if we can get some movement. So I just dropped signal looking for like 45.80, 45.75 area. Around there. I just dropped a signal in Discord and the chat. We're testing the low. With this volatility, I give myself breathing room. Like if I'm literally like stop loss here at the low. Like if you're struggling to like adapt to the market volatility, because there's been a lot of it this year. I would say give yourself some breathing room on your trades. There's a lot of volatility. Give yourself entry zones. Damn, if we can get a pullback, that would be great. But yeah, I'll try to look for pullbacks on gold. Maybe this candle can reject and still pull back. 45.80, 45.75 area. Maybe we get a pullback. Like, I dropped the entry zone in the chats. It obviously is pushing up, so still pullback. The 4 hour might try to flip up. Like, I'm looking at this 4 hour to the left, and it might try to flip up. Like, we have been dropping for the last like 4, 8, like 12-ish hours here. 4, 8, 12 hours we've been dropping. Maybe we can hold 45.80. Like, it's at 84 right now, almost 85. Like, 45.80 would be a better entry, like, in terms of like where price is lower, like a lower entry. It still could flip up. Like, this thing could maybe go to 4,600, right? Back to 4,600 potentially. But this is kind of like what I'm seeing in London right now. Maybe London can hold this pullback on gold. We've been dropping. Like, if the time frame on the right rejects, like the 4 hour is flipping. If it rejects bullish, then the next one's probably going to go up. We've been dropping for a good amount of time now. But yeah, if it could pull back to like 45.80, 45.75, that would be an ideal entry area. It just kind of took off as I was noticing like the signals there. Like, it happens, but there could still be a pullback. But even now, this is like a setup right now for London. Like, New York could present an entirely different entry. Like, New York session could be an entirely different entry at an entirely different price or structure. This is what, like, I go to the market with that kind of approach mentally. Like, okay, this is what I'm seeing for this time. Like, I'm putting my risk on maybe for the next couple hours. If this trade doesn't hold for the next 2 hours, like if I got in this, I want it to pull back. But let's say if we get in this, so let's see if it plays out for this early London session, these few hours of London session. Not something we have to hold for. It's not the type of trade we have to say we have to get hundreds of pips on. It's, okay, London session, win or lose, London session's done type of thing. New York could present an entirely different entry. That's where gold has versatility. You can miss an entry, and you can still find one later. Or you can find one entry now and still find one later. So you don't have to be married to everything, is what the point I'm getting to with both of what I just said. You could find an entry now and find one later. So you don't have to be married to one thing. You could always, you know, if you don't have to be married to one trade. Like, I have to catch 500 pips on this entry. You know, I got to get 500 pip, you know, movement. There could always be another entry that comes that can stack up too. And vice versa. Like, if you miss something, you miss an entry. If an entry's missed, there could always be another entry later. Let's see. Pullbacks. We have a 4 hour. Like I said, there is just in this candle. You gotta train your eyes to see these little, there's a little support there. That candle has support. Right there. Yeah, like, spend some time. Like, I have Bloomberg. I go on X.com. I'll scroll through X.com. Like, what you should do is follow a few accounts that post this kind of stuff. Like some article, like some posts, like some stuff. So it knows what to kind of filter out. Like, I'm just liking stuff here, as you can see. So my feed is just kind of around this stuff. Follow some pages that post this kind of stuff. This is where you, like, X.com, Twitter, as some of us may know, it has a lot of different headlines, a lot of different information. Here he is talking yesterday. Fed Chair Powell's now under criminal investigation. Crazy. I didn't even listen. I listened to I heard parts of it. The system is breaking.
Threatening a criminal indictment.
Let's listen to this real quick. I didn't even listen to this, so I actually want to listen to this real quick. Let's see, how long is it? I'll turn the speed up. Can I turn the speed up on this? Yeah, I'll turn the speed up a bit. So like, let's see how fast that is. Maybe it's too fast.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas.
Do a little bit more here.
On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment. Public service sometimes requires standing firm in the face of threats. I will continue to do the job the Senate confirmed me to do, with integrity and a commitment to serving the American people. Thank you.
There you go. Setting rates for the public, not the president. So yeah, the system is what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen next? I might hold this. This 4 hours bullish, so maybe the next 4 hours spikes up. 2026 is just starting though, guys. I'm excited for the year. Had some good trades already. I'm going to be posting some trade breakdowns on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check out the trade breakdowns, all the videos that I post. Even I think some of the ones that have some of the smallest views have like a lot of the value. Because yeah, like I said, all these trade breakdowns, and I'm going to be posting like 4 more in the next week. They're real trades in real time that I send as signals. You guys can learn a lot from them because I talk about the thinking behind them. A lot of people post videos of trades that they take in hindsight. Like I'm not breaking these trades down in hindsight always afterwards, because usually I send the trade and then I break it down after. Yeah, right here, 4-hour rejection. Can this candle flip? It has 2 hours and 44 minutes left, and this one just opened. It is potentially flipping. Maybe we can get like pullback entries on this 4 hour. Maybe the 4 hour sticks for London session. If not, it's like thinking always ahead. Like, okay, if this setup doesn't play out, it's not the end of the world. We want to think in the terms of like, okay, can it play out in the next couple of hours before New York? Where is the market during New York? Is it still in the same spot? Like, it's things I think about ahead of time. Like, where's the market? I don't know where the market's going to be in New York, but maybe it's still where price is right now in 4 or 5 or like 4 hours, 5 hours. Like 5-6 hours. It's like there could always be different setup in New York, but this zone for now. For London, possibly this zone. We're gonna come back down. There's time. Like it's 2:16. We'll probably come back down. 30-minute, 1 hour, 44.80. It's at 82. Looks like the 4 hours coming back down. So yeah, I dropped a signal in Discord, Telegram. Let's see if it sticks. I'll be live later today for New York session. We have news today coming out, so It's at 8:30. So like a trade like this with high impact news, because people always ask me, what do you think about the news? Well, the news is at New York, and gold can move in London. It's not going to move right now based on this news always. I'm not always worried about the news until like the time approaches, until it's like, okay, I'm getting like an hour, 30 minutes before the news. Am I in a trade? Typically, I don't want to be in a trade before the news. If I see a setup, if it's New York session, I got the news. That's usually when most high impact news is for USD, right? We got high impact news. I see a setup right now in London session. I want to be out of that trade before the news. If I'm seeing a trade in London, I could try to hold it till New York. But like if there's a news event, I kind of maybe it'd be better to be out of that trade before the news. Because it's like, what if the market just kind of stays around here and doesn't really move? News comes out, it tanks down, and then goes back up. So it'd be better to see if like it's a timely coordinated kind of setup too. It's like, okay, let's see if the next 2 hours and 41 minutes goes up. It's pulling back a bit. Watching it. Keeping an eye on her. We're going to pull back. Slightly pulling back. So it's not always trying to go for like hundreds of pips. It's like maybe I can get a good reaction in this next 2-3 hours or before the news, realistically. Get out of the market before the news in case markets around here during the news, it comes down, wicks up. Damn, it almost hit entry point there. Bugger. Almost hit the entry there. Yeah, it was coming. It didn't want to hit the entry there, but it came close. Might hold the zone, but still, I think it could come down. It almost came down there. Because like this trade, for example, this one. The wick down. I was in this trade before that wick down. And the market spiked up 80 pips. It gave me an 80, 90 pip move. And then came back, and then it moved up again. And then it came back to the zone. News came out, it went down. I don't know if it was news related, but price went down. And then it came back up in the same zone. So for the time being, when I first took the trade, when it first came to the zone, and the time being, the time of me seeing the setup, or me first taking an entry, the trade worked out. The trade played out. Like it moved, right? It's then coming to New York session, the market's still relatively around the same area. It dumps down and it comes back. So there's scenarios like that happen. Gold's in the entry zone, by the way. It's at 45.80. So I'm entering gold in this like 45.80 area. Could come down to 45.70, like zone 45.80, 45.75 area. 45.80, 45.75 area. It's in that zone right now. Like approaching it. It's at like right at 80 right now. So let's see. Maybe we can get a bounce, like a rebound, TP1 or TP2. We don't have to go for hundreds of pips. It's just like I'm trying to see for the time being, like I said, kind of like London session, if this gives a reaction, gives us a move. And then we'll like reposition for New York, if anything. We'll try to reposition for New York. If we can get a react, like if we can hit TP2, it's like that's not bad, right? If we can scalp, get some reaction, we got to take it one candle at a time. I'm in gold. It hit entry. It went like at 79. I got some entries on gold. So let's see. Maybe we can quickly hit TP1. Let's see. Yeah, I sent it to Telegram and in Discord. Wasn't really re-entry because it kind of moved. We didn't really have an entry on it until now. So yeah, I got in gold. TP1's 85. Maybe we can go to that 85. We'll probably get a bounce. Like, it's London session, 2:22 in the morning. We've been coming down. 30-minute looks kind of structured. We are going off of a wick rejection, lower low. So we do have this low. We did sweep that. So technically there was a liquidity grab there. Maybe it can hold that low. But we'll see. 7 minutes left on this candle. It's in the entry zone. I have some entries on gold. Maybe we need to play some music for it. What time we got? 2:30. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I gotta eat my chicken. I got some chicken. I'm gonna stay up for a bit. I'm gonna stream for New York session. We'll see how the market reacts here. Maybe in early London. But yeah, zone is like 45.80. It's at 45.80 like right now. 45.80, 45.75 area. Maybe the 30-minute can give us some rejection. This will be London session trade. Second trade called out this week. 4 hour still is kind of steady on this one, like forex.com. So there could be another setup later depending on how this one goes based on the 4 hour. Let's see what we get. This 30-minute. 3 a.m.'s coming soon. We have been dropping pretty much all night. So patience now. We either win or lose. We'll see how the market develops later today. So remember what I said about the 4 hour too. Like, maybe keep an eye on this 4 hour. Like, you know, if the 4 hour rejects here, just thinking forward, I always like to think worst case scenario, and it might sound bad me talking like that, but I always like to think like bottom line, worst case scenario, if this happens, if that happens. Because we're in a zone, and I know gold, I know the candles, how they behave. Like, 4 hour could come down. I'm not saying this one, this one or the next one. Like, it could still come down and make rejection in this later. If we reject bullish in this area. We're seeing if we can get like a reaction here off the low on the 30-minute real quick. I think we potentially could. We waited for a good pullback. It just swept that low. Maybe 30. If 30-minute can flip, we might be able to go to TP1. If 30-minute can flip up for us, we might be able to hit TP1. $30 somewhat rejecting. Like, I'm looking at my phone right now because I'm in the trade. Up about 30 pips. 30 pips right now. I got an entry at like 79. I got some entries at 80. Up about 30 pips right now. And slight reaction, like it's a slight reaction, like 30 pips is 30 pips. Like I said, we're not looking for hundreds of pips on this trade. If we have the right entry, the market will give us, like if it rejects solid enough and it wants to go hundreds of pips, I think like we'll be able to see that. Like, if the market wants to start moving hundreds of pips during London. Now we're up like 40 pips. Slight reaction there. Almost hit TP1. We almost hit TP1 there, I think. Almost. It is in profit. Like, if you got in gold, you're 30 pips in profit right now. I want to treat this first setup more like a scalping setup. Because remember I was saying, this candle has 2 hours and 33 minutes left on it. So we're trading that time in an essence of like, can this actually move for us in that time? I don't want to say the word betting on it, but we're betting on if that candle flips for us in that time, if it rejects in that time. It doesn't have to be the whole time or an amount. It's like if it gives us reaction, it gives us reaction. This is reaction. This is starting to get reaction. Almost hit TP1 there. Almost. Might be able to hit TP1. $40 pips is 40 pips. I mean, we catch pips. We you know, it's 40 pips. Nothing crazy at the moment, but it is pushing. Nice little reaction. A little bit. We're up 40 pips. I got one entry that's like 50 pips in profit at 79. 30 minutes rejecting. Next 30 minute could potentially push up. This 30 minutes looks like it's going to close bullish. Now we wait. This 30 minutes closing. You can see in 1 minute and 20 seconds. If it closes bullish, it looks like it's going to. Next 30 minute could potentially go up. With that being said, looks like we're almost at TP1. It's almost at TP1, guys. It's like it wants to hit. It always does this. My trades always do this. Almost want to hit. Let's see. But it's time. Time is the essence right now. You know, I'm used to sending signals, so when I'm in signals, it's like time is the essence. When it's like near a TP, I'm always watching it, and I'm like, all right. TP1 just got hit. It just hit TP1. Just pierced 85. There you go, free signal. TP1 just got tapped pretty much on gold. TP1 smashed. Well, it's about to smash it. Just tapped TP1. Like TP1s are like for getting that first reaction. When you get a trade like this, it's like boom, you can just get that first reaction. Scalp. It's easy to scalp a trade like this. We just tapped TP1, smashed through it. There we go. Solid entry. We got like the bottom. I'm putting some screenshots in Telegram. If you're in the Telegram, I just dropped a couple screenshots in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What do you know? Called this trade live, dropped it live, signal. Like I said, I show you guys this stuff in real time. The reason I say that out there's a lot of gurus out there that, you know, show a good lifestyle and stuff, but they I don't know, there's some fishy people out there. I'm doing this shit live right now in action. But I gave you guys stop loss, take profit. I think we just hit TP2 on gold. Pretty sure we just hit, yep. There you go. Gave you guys the buy. And it's like that, boom. Like London session could be done. We could honestly, like when you hit a TP2 like that, I said we might hit TP2 as we were getting in this trade. I think TP2 almost got hit. I just missed TP2, 88. Almost TP2. So it's like reactions like that can happen. Like the quick trades like that. Like there's a a bullish bias, and now it's like looking at each time frame. Like you're in the trade, 30-minute rejected. You either hold it for this 30-minute or the hour, like anticipating the hour to reject. Like the hourly needs to reject bullish, and then the next hour can go up. $45.80. I said $45.80. I mean, like, if the 1 hour closes bullish, it should be able to go to maybe some of the next take profit levels. It almost hit take profit 2 there. If you want to scalp it, you could scalp it. Like I said, there could be another entry in New York later. Like this is entry number 1. It's just time now, seeing if the 4 hour flips, the 1 hour, like the 30-minute just flipped here, reversing. Like we're getting reversal right now. So it's like, can that hold? And can that hold on the 1 hour? So it's just more time now. Like if this is gonna go more, it would probably take maybe like another 2 hours. If not, there'd probably be another trade entry in New York session. TP1 was nice. I mean, it's fairly easy to get in reactions like that. It's not like, the problem is when every trade, like you could get quick reactions like that it can be maybe meaningful for the moment. Like it's like how long you were in the trade, the amount of pips. Like that's a scalp. Like if you're closing a trade like that, it's a scalp, right? You're scalping it. It's the time in the trade, scalping. You're not looking for hundreds of pips. You're scalping it, right? Those can add up. Those trades can add up. Like stacking trades like that can add up. Especially with gold, because like gold will move 50 pips like nothing. So let's see. Like I'm gonna hold it out for a bit. I'm gonna hold it out for the next 1 hour. It's gauging one candle at a time now when you're in like a setup like this. Like, okay, the 1 hour is rejecting. Let me see if the next 1 hour can go up. If not, you got to think of like maybe taking partials, break even, small win, small loss. Small loss is better than a full loss at the end of the day. A smaller win or a smaller loss even. A small loss is better than accepting like a full win, a full stop loss. The reason I say that goes back to a lot of stuff I've been saying on the stream is because there can always be another entry later too with gold. New York session. We still have New York today. I'm going to stream for New York as well. Like I'm streaming London right now pretty much. I'm going to stream for New York as well. A lot of fake gurus out there, yo. Do I put break even? This is kind of like rejection candle strategy. I don't, like after movement like this, nah, I don't go break even like this. It hasn't moved that much. Like, I don't usually go break even. Because usually my trades go in no. I usually don't go break even, but the market needs to like move away. Like I'd go break even if the next candle pushed up. If I go break even, I don't look at the trade. That's the thing. Like if I go break even, I'm not gonna look at the trade for hours. For hours, right? So I want to make sure maybe it's a good amount past, because like what have you ever been in a good trade and you constantly look at it, and then you close it, right? So and then you close it and then it ends up going up. So break even, I want the market to be like good above my entry. If I'm going break even right now, I might as well maybe take profit, because it could maybe come back to the entry, and then we evaluate it from there. If it comes back to entry, I evaluate the 4 hour. This is where it's like, okay, how's the 4 hour holding up? If like I'm gonna go break even, I might as well take some profit, because it could come back to entry and reset up again. Oh, 4 hour might flip. That would be beautiful if the 4 hour completely flips and we're just one of those right trades, right time. And it's like, damn. We're good at getting those at times. The chart on the right is like maybe 4 hour flip. If the 4 hour flips bullish. Where's my charger? I don't know where I put my charger. Damn. One hour. Let's see here. I think maybe the next 1 hour could go up. Like this hour has 22 minutes left on it. So I think maybe the next 1 hour could go up. That's what I would see. Like if I want to, I'm trying to get like another take profit hit, more squeeze out of this. Like try to see if the next 1 hour goes up. We're in profit though. That's again another profitable position. Like it's around these hours, scalping is good. Maybe secure some profits in case there's a re-entry later. It's like right now it's close, like break even right now. It likely go to break. It could maybe do that. Like I don't know what the market's gonna always do 100 like all the time. Like I don't know every candle's gonna do. I can kind of guess for some, right, in moments, but me, I just try to look for good entries. Like remember what I said we had like a remember what I was saying about like there was like a liquidity grab like this low, there was a wick underneath it. So that kind of triggered me to be like, yo, there's a signal. Like I just sent a signal. Like I sent the signal to Discord. I sent the signal to Telegram. Right? It worked right off that low right there. Like literally you could see here. That low gets sweeped. Price rejects. We literally were getting it on that pull. We got on this candle was rejecting and then it pulled back, remember? Why couldn't this just go? Maybe it does. That would have been beautiful. Maybe it does in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, the 30-minute closes, and then like the next hour opens, and it's like, can the hour continue? Can the hour basically do what the 30-minute just did? The 30-minute just rejected. And yeah, someone asked, like this is like rejection, looking for rejection at support levels or resistance levels. There's really support here. Liquidity sweep underneath it. That's important. That wick is important. That wick's important. It's a nice long wick rejection. I mean, London done almost. Like maybe we can hit TP2. TP3 is like up here. If we could get that extension on the 1 hour, the 1 hour can do pretty much what the 30-minute just did. Then we have like a really good trade. It's a good trade, good entry. Hey man, don't say I don't put you guys in profitable scenarios. Don't say I don't put you guys in profitable scenarios. Usually, every week. I'm telling you, every damn week, yo. So slight reaction there. Almost hit take profit 2. Almost, like literally, almost hit take profit 2. It's still maybe maintaining like the setup, like. I think the 4 hour is still finding its structure. It's low, like, and 4 hour could be important for even later. Even like scalping, it just could have closed. Could have probably closed that and re-entered. See, like break even doesn't always mean like if you're going break even fast. Like I don't go break even that fast for a trade. Unless I'm literally scalping. Like, it's like, okay, if you break even, like, it might come back to your entry, you're done. Like, I might as well take profit if I get a reaction like that quick instead of go break even. Because, like, that close, it's likely to pull back, that I might as well, like, re-enter if it does pull back. I talk about this stuff a lot. Oh, we hit TP1, guys. We got a slight reaction there. I mean, it's not over. Maybe the 4 hour can flip and go back up, but you see it literally just came back to entry. That's where, yeah, like when you're in a trade like that, like I can't make the decision for everyone because I send trades out consistently. So majority of the trades we're gonna take profits. Like we're not always hitting stop losses. Majority of the trades we're gonna hit take profit 1s, 2s, 3s. Like we're gonna hit take profits a lot of trades and get those types of reactions in situations like this. If 20 different people are asking me, should I go break even? Should I close? Should I re-enter? It's, you know, like there's decisions you make when you're in a trade. Like I can't control the market. So it's like there's going to be times it literally goes like that, almost hit take profit 2, came back to entry. I can't control that, right? I'm just looking for good entries that could give us good reactions, hit some take profits. It pulled back. And this is what I talk about with a lot of setups. Like if you get quick reactions, a lot of times it can be good to close a trade and try to re-enter it, like scalp into a swing. Break even, I think when you get a reaction like that, you're better off taking some partials and trying to see if you could re-enter the same setup again. Break even, for me to go break even, I need like the market good past my entry. Otherwise, it's like if you break even, it's like, okay, are you re-entering? Because like I'm still in the trade. So it's like if I'm break even, I'm done, right? And like for me, the market, a lot of trades I take can go into profit just like that, come back to the entry and still make another move. So it's like rule-based. Like everyone has their own their own rules with trading, right? Like some of you guys might have a strict break-even rule. If it goes into profit, comes back to your entry, you're break-even, you're out. But like me, I don't trade essentially like that. If like what you just saw happen, we went into profit, it came back down. Especially if I just entered that setup not that long ago. Like we got in that trade. When did I send that? Like we got a quick reaction there. 205 literally wasn't like, it's been like 40 minutes. It's been 40 minutes. So I mean like that, I'd rather take full profit and maybe reconsider entering again, like, or just like take full profit rather than go break even at times. Because with gold's volatility, like what it just did, and I talk about this all the time on streams. Consistently, I talk about this where like you can get in a trade, it can go up 50, 60, or even like 70 pips. That almost moved 80 pips there. Yeah, pretty much. And it can come back right back to your entry. I talk about this a lot with gold. I mean, maybe the 1 hour still holds, like setups, it's back at entry zone. I'm still holding. I'm going to hold maybe for the next hour or two and see if it goes back up. Try to close. It almost hit take profit 2. If it hit take profit 2, like, I was about to hit take profit 2. I was probably going to close some. If it hit take profit 2, I would have closed some positions and then left some runners. Fluctuating. A lot of movement going on. If this can bounce back up, still 245. Let's see if we can go back up, get like that take profit 1, maybe take profit 2 again. But that's the London, like this, like I'll look for one setup at a time, and a lot of times this is how I find profit, is just by looking for even small setups like that, and then I'll reposition myself maybe late at a later time and see where the market is. With gold, like we could have took profit there and re-entered literally, but with gold's fast, and like it can give you quick moves like that you can build up some profit quickly. Like when you're like scalping gold can help you build profit quickly to use for risk at like the big setup, or a bigger setup that you're going for, or a different type of setup. Like gold's, you could probably find yourself in more trades where it reacts like that, 50, 60, 70 pips real quick and then comes back to entry. With gold, those trades can add up. Like scalping gold can add up a quick profit, and then you could use that profit for another trade. I'm still holding. Should have took profit and got out. Should have took profit and re-entered. But yeah, the setup, it's still like we hit take profit 1. You guys saw it live. Almost hit take profit 2. Unfortunately, not giving us the rejection we were getting, but time will tell. It's either win or lose, break even, small win, small loss. Like, I'm still holding, right? I usually hold my trades until like I'm like, okay, I'm wrong, right? So like, I mean, I can't tell everyone what to do for every trade, right? Like, some of you guys are asking different questions. Should I do this? Should I do that? It's up to you guys at the end of the day. Like, if a trade goes close to TP2, I'd recommend securing partials. Like, the one thing I recommend is if we hit take profits, like, secure some partials. I don't always go break even. Like, I don't really have like a break even rule with my trades. Like, maybe you guys do, and that's your trading. Maybe it's like if you go 50 pips in profit to break even, something like that. Me personally, I don't really have that rule. But we did get a little bit of profit there on gold. I was up $1,400. Now I'm down. My lowest entry was like 79. 45.80 was perfect. Maybe the 45.75 area still holds. Like I said, it's 45.80, 45.75 area. So if price doesn't reject this area, probably going to look for a new setup later in New York session. So I'll be streaming in New York, by the way. We've been on for almost 2 hours, though. So I'm going to give this trade some time. I'm still in it. I'm going to give it some time like I do for all my trades and not sit and watch it forever. Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream? Keep an eye on the 4 hour. If you get rejection there could be another setup. That might be for New York session. London, let's see. It was going good there, and that can happen with trades. You can get a good trade. We were up like 70 pips. Almost 80. Take profit 2 was like 80 pips. On 80. 45.80 was a good level. If it doesn't hold, it doesn't hold, right? If it doesn't hold, guys, it doesn't hold. There's the next setup will present itself one setup at a time. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give it some time and wrap it up. I'll be on for New York session though later today. There is news later today. And we'll see where the next setup is. There might be another setup later today. Maybe early New York or during New York hours. We'll see. 4 hour could flip. 4 hour could flip. Time will tell. Time will tell, folks. Market's been dropping for the last like 4, 8, 12, a bit over 12 hours now. If it's not giving us the move for New York, like it was starting there, it wanted to, so it did show us it wanted to. It showed us it wanted to. It'll probably give us the move for New York session then. If we don't get the move for London, if it doesn't go back up, then New York session will set up. Solid reaction there though. 30-minute was good. Like, took the trade based on 30-minute. 30-minute had good reason to take the trade there. It's not looking good right now, but this is how trades can go. Some trades aren't always going to look good in the moments. It could flip back up if we're on the right side of the market. Otherwise, it's going to be more of like a New York session trade. It's still in the price zone that I called out, 45.80, right? 45.80. You shouldn't have 82. I hope none of you guys entered at like 82 or higher. Still in the price zone, 45.80, 45.75 area. So let's see. I'll be on New York session like 5 hours from now, guys, before New York opens. I'm going to be on. And we're going to see where gold is. Remember where it was now. We're going to see where it is. The 4 hour on the right is going to be important, I think, too, today. This candle or the next one. Like, does this candle flip bullish or the next one? This 4 hour candle is important. It has 3 hours left on it. If it closes bullish, we'll be in the trade. That's good. If it's either this one or the next one closes bullish. Like, if it doesn't, the next one could possibly close bullish. Gold, what's that? Yeah, we see it's still in the zone. 45.80. What was it? 45.80, 45.75 area. So it's still like in the price zone. I'm still holding it. I'm still in the yellow metal. Yeah, it's still in the price zone. It dipped a little bit inside of it. It's still pretty much at 45.80 like right now. So we're pretty much break even right now. Break even right now. I'm actually, because I have an entry at 79, I might be like up $10 or some shit. Oh, down here. No, I'm down $146. Let's see, folks. Does it reclaim the zone? Maybe. This is gold for you up and down. It's fluctuating. This is why I don't always like sit. This is why when I send signals, I'm not usually on stream. I'm off stream. It's like you're just sitting here watching, waiting. Like you could watch price by the 1 minute and watch like, okay, how's the 1 minute developing, 5 minute, like how structures are on there, and try to see if those things hold. Like, does this low hold on the 5 minute? That would be great if that low can hold. Like I said, if this setup doesn't hold, I'm sure we'll find another setup later in New York session. Yesterday I caught a buy in New York session, literally at like 9, right after 9 o'clock. So yesterday we literally bought gold right here. We need this to flip. 45.80, 45.80. I'm gonna wrap it up though for the night. I'm gonna go eat some chicken. I gotta eat right now. I'm starving. And yeah, I'll be back on in like 5 hours to see where the market's at. There could be a signal. There could be another signal later on today, New York session. So be aware of that. I'll probably draw up another zone and highlight some stuff in the chats as well. If there is the same area, it might be the same area we're looking at or a new area later today. I say the same area if the 4 hour stays. If the 4 hour stays how I want it to, then it's this same area. If it's a new area, that means this area didn't hold for a London session. I'll be on in like 5 hours from now though, guys, during New York session. We have news today. We'll be on before that news. And we'll see. It's a big news event, CPI today, so markets are going to move. We'll see what they're doing then. But yeah, let's see how gold plays out. I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to give it some breathing room. And I'll be